Hey everyone, it's Kimmy. I am Mama on a Mission. I am a 14-year online reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and whatnot. And today I'm going to take you along with me to sort through a mixed haul. You guys know sometimes I have a hodgepodge haul of inventory that I have gotten from multiple places. I know this up top is from a garage sale. I have all the stuff I need to get through, so I'm not even going to waste anybody's time with a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Let's just get into it. This was at the top of this. I think part of it's a thrift and part of it's a garage sale. Now, I don't know if this is real. Starting off with a good one. She said it was. She was only asking $1.50. You know, this garage sale, there were a lovely group of ladies who did seem to have some pretty fine, like, quality taste, and they really seemed like they just wanted to get rid of stuff. They were like, take it. And those are some of my favorite garage sales, because some people genuinely, like, they don't care about resellers. They don't care about what you can get for it on eBay. They're just trying to clean out their closets, and they're willing to give it to whoever is willing to pay for it. So I love it's rare for me to find a garage sale like that, because this is vintage Burberry, which I have sold before, and I do recognize this tag. It is a cardigan sweater, and you can see Barb on here. They had cute little tags. She was asking $1.50 for this. I do love this style. This is very classic for fall with the V-neck, the light kind of creamy beige color. You know, this is just a very classic V-neck cardigan. Like I said, I have sold vintage Burberry, and their tags look just like this. You know, I have a Lululemon piece in here. They had some nicer things, quality materials. I'm inclined to say that it is real. I'm going to do some research on it and we'll figure it out. It is a wool blend. It says knitted in Scotland. You know, for $1.50, I was like, I'm going to give her a shot. $1.50. I mean, that's kind of insane. Now, she did have, so it was a couple different ladies. This was priced up $7. See, this was all the same garage sale, just a bunch of ladies put their stuff together. It says Lululemon, $7. I did look up the style of this and I already forgot. I am not a Lululemon expert, but it's very fuzzy knit, like very heavy Sherpa. And I thought I did find the tag. It is lined, which is nice, because sometimes you get that outside Sherpa feel, and it honestly sometimes is not the most comfortable. You know, you can see like the Lululemon tag there on the zipper. I did find the dot at one point. But yeah, Lululemon, $7. It was the most expensive thing I bought. And it's a pull over, really heavy Sherpa knit. And it's the perfect time to get to some of those items. Robert Scott, this is acrylic and mohair, knitted by hand. Any of those things are usually, you know, an indication that I might be wanting to look at it based on the material. If it says knitted by hand, if it's like that one said knitted in Scotland. It's like a patchwork, kind of earthy, lagging look. I love the colors in this. Barb, see, this is the same lady. Barb had the Burberry, and now she has the knit by hand mohair sweater. It is very fuzzy, and there's a couple little things I need to... Look how fuzzy this is. Can I pick it up? It's like the fuzziest, coziest sweater on the planet. Again, she only wanted $1.50 for a mohair sweater, hand knit in wherever it was. Like, that's a really good price. She obviously had good taste. Ooh, yes. This is also another awesome find. They were only asking $2 for this. This is their little rummage sale tag. This is Polo Sport Ralph Lauren. This is vintage, made in El Salvador. Extra large. Look at that tag. That's how I know. I love finding things like this. And one of the reasons Whenever you can find some of these vintage retro items, or not even retro or vintage, if you can find them with some kind of hit or logo or spell out, that's where you're going to get more money. These zippers actually say polo right on them, which is also an indication of, you know, obviously a better quality made item. So it's a quarter zip pullover with like one of those zipper pockets. That's almost 90s where they did those zipper pockets. I love this. I only paid $2 for that. Another fantastic find. I just love finding stuff like that. What do we got here? Oh yeah, same. So this is still from the same garage sale. Here's a little sticker. It says $3. This is actually kids, but if you know, you know, these like olive color jackets with the fur hood, this is Gap, are really popular. This style in general, if you find it in adults, even better, but also for kids. It's like a nylon utility outside, fully Sherpa lined with the faux fur hood. You know, this even in kids will go for like $25. And it's a nice coat, honestly. What else? We're just going through this. A lot of this is fall winter stuff. I need to get it up. Oh, was my son with me? No, he wasn't. I got this on my own. I believe this to be vintage. like a Y2K era. Again, it's cotton and polyester made in Honduras. I do wish there was a date. I found, so here's the tag. Champion reverse weave. It is an older style tag. Says size large. Made in Honduras. I found a lot of replicas of this. I did not find one that really appeared to be true vintage. Like this was the original. And here it is. Barb. $3 on this Champion Y2K. Awesome. I love this. Obviously it's got Kobe Bryant, RIP, Jordan, and 23, which it has an angel over him. So maybe it's not vintage. Okay, I'm gonna have to do if it has an angel thing, when did he die? Like 8 years ago? I'll have to look. Either way, should probably show my son this because he probably is gonna want it. Obviously it's like a GOAT. Those are the greatest of all time. Bryant, Jordan, and LeBron. So that's where that came from. Barb was very sweet. She only wanted $3 on that, and I think it's a really nice item. My son might want that, honestly. Might have to show him. This is Sundance. I love Sundance. They are expensive and very trendy. Here's the garage sale tag. $5 for this, which is a little bit more, but it is leather. 100% genuine leather outside vest with the faux fur trim. I'm trying to get better with my words. I love the detail on the back. See this stitching? This is Western, it's equestrian, it's cowgirl, it's Southwestern. All of those very trendy, words and keywords and styles right now. This is perfect for fall. And look at the stitching details. Just a really nice piece. Sundance is a great brand. Size medium, genuine leather. I'm gonna say I'm gonna list this around $40. Very, very nice piece. Man, see what I mean? Like all the items from that garage sale were just quality. Really nice materials, nice brands. You know, they just wanted to clean out their closets, and hey, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm happy to help clean out their closet. Oh, were these from the same garage sale? I think so. They're Vionics. Really cute, casual, athleisure, athletic shoe. I talk about this brand quite a bit. Vionic, very quality. Even has Vionic right here on the strap. I'll have to look up what style this is. They're still in good shape. Always do your soul check. Why haven't I started my t-shirt list of crazy things we say on this channel that I need to make t-shirts for? One time in my video not long ago, I said, oh, always do a soul check. And then my quirky little sarcastic attitude was like, yeah, I need a soul check more than anyone, meaning my soul. I'm just kidding. But always do a soul check on your shoes. Vionic. So I think that was the most from the garage sale. And then this is maybe a mix of stuff. Like I said, I'm just going through it today. So these tags are from a regular thrift store. It's not a Goodwill. They do still do half off tags. Foxcroft is a brand I do well in. Plus size button-ups. Tan, I believe, was half off. I'm selling these shirts for like $20, $25. Foxcroft, plus size button-ups. You know, and some of this I may put in a pile for whatnot. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful. Plus size 1X. Love this color for fall. Classic white and kind of a mustard stripe here. That mustardy dark yellow. I paid $3.50 for that. What is this one? Jessica London. This is a 30W. Another plus size bread and butter for me. Jessica London. Animal prints are huge for fall. They're very in and trendy. 30W is like a 4X. I paid $3.50 for this. These are all, you know, $25 lists, and I'll get somewhere in that range. Plus size is my bread and butter. Now, I couldn't believe I got this, you guys. This is a great brand. You want to know this brand. They only had $3.99 on it, and it was half off. So it sat there for 3 or 4 weeks, you know, as they rotate the colors through the store. And I got it half off. It's the brand Icebreaker. You want to know that brand, Icebreaker. It kind of reminds me sometimes of Smart Wool. This is a cool light base layer. It's base layer season. If you get something with wool in it, that's an even better base layer. I don't think this had wool, but the brand itself is a great brand. It is wool blend, lyocell and merino wool blend. This is a fantastic pickup. To think I got this for $2 and nobody else picked it up even for $3.99. I would have picked this up for $3.99. Icebreaker. Cool light women's large merino wool blend base layer. It's a little bit wrinkly, so it looks a little crazy. Look for your base layers now until probably January. I mean, people buy base layers all the time, even for spring. They're what they put underneath all the other things that they wear, like jackets, vests, flannels, when they go hiking, camping, outdoors. That's what a base layer is. This is another plus size bread and butter for me. Colleen Lopez. It's not a brand I really pick up a whole lot, but I need plus size inventory. Even my whatnots, I sold a ton. Oh, is that a spot? That looks like a spot. I'm gonna have to put that in my stain treat pile, but look at how cute this. Oh my gosh, I love this icy blue. I'm gonna put this to the side because that goes into my stain treat box. Hopefully I can get that out. What is this? Designed in California, size medium. It feels like some kind of material based pickup. Cotton and silk. So it's a silk blend cardigan. Again, with the half off, $3.50. Just very classic cardigan. Buttons down the front. The brand is, I did look this up and it was an okay brand. Cielo. But we're in cardigan season. This is modern. It's minimalist. It's capsule wardrobe. It's closet staple. You know, just kind of your everyday basic piece. Everybody needs a black cardigan in their closet, and that's why they call it like a closet staple. Victoria's Secret. This was half off as well. There's a bunch of fuzzies on this. This is slouchy, oversized loungewear, comfy, cozy with the VS Angel. These are just a bunch of fuzzies. Bunch of fuzzies. Size extra large. Comfy, cozy loungewear. Oversized. This feels like a really nice material. Athleta, size medium. And this is also half off, so I paid $4 for it. Athleta. This is a sweater dress. It feels really nice. Let's see what the material is. Tencel, lyocell, modal, and polyester. Those materials, Tencel, lyocell, and modal, are some of the softest materials you can get. I love modal blend tops because they're just so soft and cozy and comfy. This is a nice dark purple, long sleeve. It does have like a little zipper there, so that's nice. You could put like your keys or something in it, but it's a dress. It's a sweater dress, very soft, you know, athleisure, comfy, cozy, everyday. You know, of course you could wear it for athletic wear as well. Skechers. This, I believe, I'm putting this in the shop. It's a skirt. I do really well with skirts, I think. I wear skirts, honestly, but I think there's a certain group of people who kind of prefer them for their, like their walking, their everyday activities, athleisure. I love skirts. This is a style-based pickup for sure. What size does it say? Look at this. Velvet for fall. The sheer sleeve. Look at the like gothic, grungy, fairy goth aesthetic to this top. It has all the style-based reasons to pick it up. Obviously like the crushed velvet, that's always in for fall. I do like that it has like a little bit of a, I don't know, it's not like a very hard cut in the hemline. I can't find the size. I'm trying to go through really quick. Just do like a really quick, look at all the stuff I have haul. So that I can get to listing it. The velvet's on the back. Style-based pickup here. All those keywords like I was just saying. Fairy goth, whimsy goth, maybe dark romantic. And we're in velvet season. So anything that has velvet, I'm taking a look at. Doesn't mean I'm getting everything that has velvet in it. That also had the sheer sleeves and like the dark color tones. This was also half off. So it was $4. DG2, Diane Gilman, is a brand I do fairly well with in the plus sizes. This is heavy. It is full button. I do love the tie around the waist so that you could cinch it, give yourself a little bit of curve, lots of buttons. Heavy. I would say, you know, this color's like a lavendery purple. Heavy button up. You could maybe even go shack it with this because, man, that was already making my arms tired. It was heavy. A pair of shoes on top here. Sometimes this is how they price them. They just write with the marker right on the bottom. I do well with this brand, Naot in shoes. Naot. These are like a leather, almost like a mule with a heel. Very classic color, not too high in the heel. It says size 39. Naot, N-A-O-T. Definitely a brand you want to know in shoes. I do really well with this brand in particular. What else do we have in here? Quick little haul. Ooh, did I get this for me? It's a tall. Could be. XXL tall. That would be your girl. I think I got this for me. It's Old Navy, and Old Navy is one of the very few brands that actually does women's talls. And I love a good sweatshirt and a legging or a jegging in fall. Although it hasn't really hit yet because it's still in the 70s and 80s here. But when it does, that's where I'll be all the time. Instead of always in tank tops, you'll see me in like sweatshirts, some kind of athletic wear. And I love this color. I feel like this is kind of nice. Like a toasty brown. And if it really is long, let's see. Oh yeah, she's gonna be nice and long. Oh gosh, that's great. That is great. Oh, John Varvatos. Now, John Varvatos, I talk a lot on my channel about certain designer brands that are hit or miss, or they're slower movers, their sell-through rate is low. I would say John Varvatos is one of those for me, in my experience. However, men's jeans, I do pretty well with, and I like selling. So, jeans in general normally aren't my favorite, but men's, I seem to like more. It says made in the USA. John Varvatos, size 36. I can't see what else it says, but they're men's. Dark wash jeans. It says Luxe, L-U-X-E. Should I look one up? I haven't looked up anything in this. Really quick. Luxe. John Varvatos jeans. So it's one of those brands a lot of times I pass on. I don't know enough about it. I try to stick with a lot of styles and brands that I feel confident in. This last sold is $50. Denim jeans, Luxe pant, size 36, John Varvatos, $50. John Varvatos, $39. These are size 36, which is a good size. And I do like this really dark wash, and they're in good condition. So I feel like I would probably get around a similar amount. Here's a pair that went for $23.96, $45, $38, $39. So I'm going to be around the $30 range. But I would be cautious. It's like there's just some higher end designer type of brands, or brands that are typically more expensive, that just, I don't know, they don't do as well as you would think. This is Torrid, bread and butter, size 3. Love the yellow, plaid. Bread and butter. Curious what this is. Oh yeah, look at this. I better get this listed. This is vintage. Someone actually painted this on. Made in the USA medium. LA artware, handmade in California. So someone actually took the time to design this and make this. Made in the USA. It's definitely vintage. Could be 90s. And it's like you can feel the paint. So someone actually painted this themselves. It's double-sided. It says Boo. Very cute. I love artsy vintage pieces like this. And I better get it listed today because Halloween is right around the corner. That was $3.99. So a reasonable price. I love me a good vintage piece. Handmade, that's also cool. Woo. This is like a wrap kimono almost, because it's sheer. You'd have to wear something underneath it. Really pretty colors. Now, I feel like this is an Anthropologie brand. Oh, it is. It says right there, Feather and Bone by Anthropologie. And it feels like a silk or something to me. Can I find the tag fast enough? It feels like a lightweight silk to me. Feather and Bone. Nope, it's polyester. 66170. Very pretty though. I love this like butterfly. Look at that print. Very earthy, boho, hippie, peasant. I don't think I've ever found that specific Anthropologie brand. J. Jill Love Linen. This is a J. Jill Love Linen is one of the few J. Jill brands that I feel very confident in. The Love Linen does very well for me, and this is a 3X, which is fantastic. This could probably go in the 30 range for me. J. Jill Love Linen in plus size. This is like a greenish yellow color. That's a great, solid pickup for me. Who's this? Peter Millar. Summer Comfort. Summer Comfort is like their performance polyester material. Extra large. blue and white stripe. Polo shirt, you know, I'll put in preppy, golfing, academia, pickleball, country club, all those things. You know, a lot of the Peter Millar I find has a logo on the side, like it was from an actual golf course. So just kind of be careful and selective about your Peter Millar. This looks like a really pretty piece. Hot Cotton. Yeah, I love this brand. Hot Cotton. Want to know that brand. This is a plus size 3X, which is great. They do like earthy, lag and look, beachy, boho type of pieces. The plus size is a huge positive. Really nice, like earthy piece here. It's probably, let's see what kind of, does it have a material tag? I cannot find the material tag fast enough. Usually they are cotton or linen, honestly. But it is a 3X, which is great. Know this brand for sure. Hot Cotton. It reminds me a little bit of Oh My Gauze, which is another like kind of earthy boho, lag and look style brand. REI, I usually like to stick to the co-op part of REI, but this does have a recycled polyester material, which will, you know, I'll put in keywords like sustainable, earthy, because it's made from a recycled material. This is another base layer, just a classic, you know, basic long sleeve. Ideally, it would be the co-op with more of like an all recycled material or some kind of organic material. But, you know, you can't always find the exact thing. Sometimes you take what you can get. This is a vintage Lucky brand, and Lucky brand in general does pretty well as far as a bread and butter for me. Vintage Lucky brand does even better. I have an item in my Whatnot show that I know I could go online. I could sell on eBay, and I was having a hard time deciding if I should list it or put it in my Whatnot show. Vintage Lucky brand, like a tie-dye boho maxi skirt. This is fantastic. Lots of keywords here. The vintage Y2K Lucky brand itself is a positive, is a reason to pick it up. Maxi length dress, maxi length skirt, the tie-dye, the ombre colors, how it gets like lighter to darker. All of those things are just more stackable reasons to pick up that skirt. What do we have here? Just a couple more items. We got through quite a bit. I need the inventory. I need to be processing my stuff. So, Pure J. Jill. I do like this color. It's a size large. Dark purple, which is perfect for fall. It does have a couple pockets and like a little detail there of some, you know, asymmetrical hemlines, which are always fun. It is modal and polyester, so a good fall piece here. That's a 20 to 25. Nice, like turtleneck, comfy, cozy, loungewear, all those fall words. Ooh, this is wool for sure. Kinloch Anderson, made in Scotland, 100% wool. I'm gonna have to look this up because I only have 2 more items, so we might as well. Is this a skirt? Kilt? Look at the colors. Woo! That's pretty. 100% wool. It is lined. It's made in Scotland. I have really found that really anything in made in Scotland does pretty well for me. Especially wool. This is vintage. Here's the tag. I've never... Kinloch Anderson. Kinloch Anderson. Someone listed theirs as a, oh no, tartan plaid wool Scotland skirt, $44.98, sold a couple days ago. There's not a ton of skirts. Here's another skirt. A lot of it is tops, scarves. Here's another skirt, size 10, $48.99, sold a couple days ago. So this should do well. Wow. Some of the solds are kind of high. So again, great timing. The wool, it's lined. The plaid, going into fall and winter. You could also obviously do some keywords here. Not only is it wool lined from Scotland, keywords you could use are obviously like teacher, academia, even grunge or goth. Sometimes that style aesthetic does well with some different plaids. So you have a lot of stackable reasons to pick that up. Great timing. Is this like a scarf? What is this? Dress Barn. It's a style based. Size 14. Wool and acrylic blend. And this screams to me equestrian. See this? Boho. Cowgirl. This particular. See that? Very pretty. And then it has this, you know, fringe. Very cute piece. The outside's wool. It is lined. And really, this is what sold me. If this was all black, and like with no other details, I probably would have left it behind. But with the details there and the fringe and it being fall and winter, obviously you can see there's a huge theme with a lot of those items. How many different wool, mohair, you know, wool blend items did I pick up there? Leather, sweaters, cardigans. The time is now, my friends. The time is now. I love picking up some of those pieces pretty much all year round. Obviously, I did have a love linen in there, a couple other things that weren't those materials, but the time is now for those things. The plaids, the heavier, you know, materials, the cardigans. Is this thing gonna fit me? What do you guys think? I don't know if I should put this on camera. What if it's stuck to my body and I look like a sack of potatoes? Ooh. See, I don't like things tight. Oh yeah, this is a winner. Look it even is long enough to cover my hand, which probably sounds crazy, but when you're tall, everything's short. And it gets to be, this is comfy. Oh yeah, you're gonna see a video with me in this sweatshirt this winter, I promise you. But yeah, usually I don't get my sleeves all the way to my hand because I've got a large wingspan. And it's gonna cover my belly and everything, and it's kind of like cozy. Yeah, thank you, Old Navy. But they're one of the few that have, I'm taking my clothes off on camera. Oh. They're one of the ones that have talls in women's, and that's hard to find, and I'm very thankful to be able to find a comfy, cozy pullover that I can lounge around in. Another thing to be looking for fall and winter, lounge pieces. Like I said, I use cozy, fluffy, warm, fuzzy, all those descriptive words in some of my items as I list them. I will put in my description, you know, wool skirt, fully lined, plaid, made in Scotland, warm, comfy, cozy. You know, I'll put those things in my description, and I like to think that it propels some of my items to get sold, because someone might look up comfy pullover for fall, right? I want some lounge lounge pullover long sleeve, because that's, you know, a lot of people, including myself, are very, you know, this is what I want. I want a fuzzy sweatshirt. I want a soft sweatshirt. You know, some customers, including myself, that's how they look up things. So there you have it. A very quick, for me, mixed haul of some really great fall and winter items. I'm looking forward to getting these listed. A lot of really quality materials. Obviously, I have that Burberry in the beginning. I'm telling you, I looked up vintage Burberries, and I really felt like the tags were telling me it was real. And honestly, sometimes when you're in that environment, like, do you guys remember one of my best garage sales in spring, excuse me, was an older lady who had the nicest style. Everything she had was quality material, quality brands, brand new with tags. Like, you could just tell you were in that. I was in that environment, and I knew that she had high quality taste. She knew what she was doing. She picked out some amazing items, and she had a whole garage full of them. And I still regret not buying more. Remember, she also had that really nice vintage robe from the 70s, and it looked like it was straight up out of the Titanic movie. Just lace and like just glam all over. When you're in that environment, recognize that and say, like, hey, whether it's in a thrift store and maybe someone just donated part of their closet, or if you're at a garage sale that seems to have high quality items. That lady was selling, you know, things for $1.50 that had mohair blend, cashmere blend, you know, wool blend. She had quality taste, and she just wanted to get a few bucks for it and give it a new home. And I think that was the case. That's why I really am compelled to say that it is real. Stay tuned. Maybe it'll be on a sold video soon. That's it. I'm going to go list. You guys have a great day. Love you all so much. Bye.